نرحب بكم جميعا لقناتنا The Town Watch. اسمي جاش تاون. أهلا وسهلا فيكم وأنا بشكركم لزيارتكم اليوم. بهالفيديو راح نشوف وراح نراجع ساعة حلوة من شركة UNDONE وبيسموا هيدي الساعة The Arabian Nights. هي إصدار محدود ورائعة جدا وأنا سعيد كتير بفرجيكم إياها بهالفيديو. يلا خلينا نبلش. Alright guys, well the rest of this video will be done in English. You don't have to worry about that, but please give a big thumbs up for a little bit of Arabic being spoken at the beginning of this video. I'd appreciate that very much. This is a watch that is fit for a sheikh, and you can tell why, because it is the Arabian Nights watch from the brand UNDONE. And a very unique piece, a limited edition piece to only 300 pieces, so very cool, and I'm excited to talk about it in today's video. And let's just jump right into the specs and features. I didn't find a model number for this watch. Perhaps there is one, but I'm not sure. I left that blank. They are using the Seiko NH35 movement. The crystal on this watch is a Lexan polycarbonate, which is basically an acrylic type crystal. The case material is bronze, case diameter is 40 millimeters, case thickness is 15 millimeters, lug to lug distance is 47.8 millimeters, lug width is 20 millimeters. The band material is an Italian leather band. There are two straps that come with this watch, which we'll talk about later. Water resistance is 100 meters. The weight is 78 grams. Price is $480 MSRP. And again, it's limited to 300 pieces. And that's why this watch has a little bit of a higher price, because it is a unique limited edition piece. And it truly is limited. 300 pieces really isn't that many. You know, some other brands, they do limited editions, 3,000, 5,000 pieces, which really isn't limited in my definition of the word, but 300 I think really is truly a limited edition watch. So this is a special piece. Again, they're using the NH35 movement. Many of us are familiar with that. It's used in many brands. A lot of micro brands use it. It's a 24 joule movement. There is hacking, there is hand winding. It beats at a rate of 21,600 vibrations per hour, and there's roughly a 41-hour power reserve with that movement from Seiko. I like this watch a lot. Now I know it's not going to be for everyone, but it is a unique piece. The case and bezel are bronze, and you know, you get a California dial, but not just any California dial. Up top you get Eastern Arabic numerals, and down below you get Western Arabic numerals. And then you've probably noticed this really gorgeous dial, and that is a stone which is called Lapis Lazuli, and it's a semi-precious stone that they've cut, and no two dials on any of these watches are exactly the same. So I don't know if you've ever had a watch that has a stone for its dial, but this one does, and it's really cool. All around a really cool watch. I'm digging it, but I know it's probably not going to be for everyone. The bronze case is really nicely done, nicely finished. I haven't found anything wrong with it at all. Kind of has the same finishing all the way around the case, except little polished portions on that beveled edge on the bezel, but mostly it's a matte type satin brushing finish on the case, but it's all nicely done. And I've had this watch for a little while, been wearing it, and you can see it's starting to brown up a little bit and possibly starting to patina, and so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that process is going to work out. You can see there is a screw down case back. The case back is stainless steel, and you can see that it has a see-through, a blue tinted glass that is there, and written on the back is not Arabic, it's Persian, Farsi language, and so I can't read it. If it was Arabic, I could read it, but it says, "This too shall pass," if I remember correctly, in the Persian, Farsi language. Overall, I like the dimensions of the case, and I think everything is well done on it for sure. You can see written on the back also limited edition. This is piece 224 out of 300. I do wish the lugs came down a little bit further. They seem just about flush with the case back. I usually like the lugs to drop down a little bit below the case back so the watch fits and sits nicely on the wrist. And not saying that this one doesn't, it's very comfortable, but I feel like the case back, you know, it makes it feel a little bit raised off the wrist, where I wish it hugged the wrist a little bit better. The crown is also bronze. As you can see, it's signed. It has this heptagon shape. I believe I counted 7 sides to this, and it's about 6mm crown. It functions well. I've gotten used to it. At first, I didn't really like the shape of it. I felt it was hard to use a little bit due to that heptagon shape, but since having it and since using it, I've found that not to be a problem at all. It is a screw-down crown. The dial is what is really special about this watch. It's that semi-precious stone, again, that Lapis Lazuli. It really has a really nice blue hue, a rich blue hue to it. And you can see there are these like dashes of gold flakes toward the top of the dial. And you can even see there's like this white line of stone going through it at the top. And I think it's just really cool that no two dials of this watch are exactly alike. So it's a very limited piece. And then you also know that nobody has the exact same dial as you. So it's very, very cool. Continuing with the uniqueness of the dial, the indices at the top are Eastern Arabic, and the ones at the bottom are Western Arabic. There's a triangle at the 12, and these rectangles at 3, 6, and 9. Each of the indexes is loomed. We'll check that in a moment. And the hands are, as you can see, these Mercedes style, and they're finished in kind of like a polished bronze. I'm not sure if they're actually bronze or not, but they have that bronze look, and they look good polished as well. You see there is some writing on the dial. It's kind of covered by the hands, but there's 100 meters, 330 feet, automatic, and then very subtly the brand of the watch, Undone, at the bottom, which is really nice. You know, a lot of brands slap it right at the top. You know, Christopher Ward does it at the 9 o'clock, but they very subtly put it right below the 6 o'clock position there, down at the bottom of the dial. I'm going to charge up the watch now, and we'll check the lume. All right, well, here is a Lume Shot. Charged it up for a few seconds, and I'm pretty pleased with the lume, honestly, especially when it has a good charge. It, you know, shines really, really nicely, and it's cool to see the Eastern Arabic and the Western Arabic together glowing like that, and looks pretty good. So if you were to buy this watch, it comes with 2 straps. It first came on this blue genuine leather crocodile style strap, which is very nice and matches the blue dial nicely, and it has also matching hardware bronze buckle here, and that is signed. And it also comes with a nice brown leather strap as well, which is what I've been wearing it on, and also that is bronze hardware as well, buckle and tang there, and done very, very nicely. Both of these straps come with the quick release spring bars, so that's always a plus to me. And something also I noticed, there's quite a taper with these straps from that 20mm lug opening. It tapers down to 16mm, both of them, and so nice taper with the straps. So I'm going to jump back in front of the camera and share my final thoughts on this Undone Arabian Nights. So this piece obviously is not made for the masses. First of all, because of its unique characteristics, not everyone is going to like the Eastern and Western Arabic on this California dial. But secondly, it's not for the masses because it's a limited edition watch and it's only limited to 300 pieces. Now for me personally, I really like this piece for some obvious reasons. Of course, I love the Arabic, the Eastern Arabic that is part of this unique dial. I do like that Lapis Lazuli stone that they've used for the dial. I do like the aspect that this is a bronze case, and I do like the dimensions of this watch as well. Some of my gripes, I wish it had better crystal. I'm not a big fan of that acrylic crystal. And of course, I wish the bezel was ratcheting, not just a friction bezel. But I want to hear what you think about this watch. Please share your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to interact with you down there. And if this watch is not up your alley, I encourage you to go to UNDONE's website and check out some of their other offerings. They make a lot of unique pieces. Some, many of their watches are limited edition and kind of specialty type watches, but there might be something there that you might like. So please go check the link down below. And if you choose to purchase something, those are affiliate links, and I would appreciate that very much. That's the end of this video. Please give it a like if you liked it in any way. That really helps out. Please give it a like for even speaking the Arabic language, something that you don't see every day in your normal watch review videos. So I'd appreciate giving a like for that as well. And if you would like to stay in this video for a little behind the scenes explanation of this whole outfit that I'm wearing for this video and why I know Arabic, you can stay for that. But that's the end of the review portion of this video, and I thank you for tuning in to the Town Watch. We'll see you next time. Alright guys, I don't usually do this, but here's a quick behind the scenes of why I'm wearing this outfit today and why I speak Arabic. Some of you might already know some of that, as I've sprinkled some pieces of information throughout some of my other videos. But my family and I, we used to live in the Middle East. We used to live in Beirut, Lebanon. We lived there for 2.5 years. And we served in an Arabic Baptist church there, and we learned the Arabic language over there. So we learned the Levantine dialect. There are many different dialects of Arabic out there. Egyptian is a very popular one, but we learned the Levantine and specifically the Lebanese dialect. But speaking of Egypt, I actually bought this outfit in Egypt. They call it their Abaya, and I forget exactly. There are many names for this. Some people say shamar, but I forget what they use in Egypt for the head covering. I had to take it off because it was getting hot down here. But I bought this in Al-Qahira, or Cairo, we say in English, and it's just fun to wear here and there. Obviously, I don't wear it all the time, but I figured what better video to wear it in than this UNDONE Arabian Nights watch, and what a good excuse to speak a little Arabic on video. So that's a little behind the scenes of our glamorous Town Watch studios. You get a little shot of where we do things down here, our laundry room. So thanks for watching this behind the scenes. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for your support. That's it for this video. We'll see you next time.